Hello everybody, it's Bourbon Bill, and tonight, a very special episode. We're diving into a distillery never before featured on this channel with one of their latest, greatest, age-stated releases. That's right, it's new Riff 8-year-old bourbon. So big shout out to Dave Vogelsang, the bourbon saint of Whiskey Tube, has graciously given us a sample of the new Riff 8-year-old bourbon, coming in at 100 proof, compute 50% alcohol by volume. MSRP on this bad boy, $67.99, $68 a bottle, will net you 100 proof, 8-year bottled in bond, non-chill filtered bourbon. 65% corn, 30% rye, so fairly high rye, 5% malted barley. So, how is it? I mean, it's a craft distillery. So here in PA, I haven't seen the 8-year. Don't know if we'll get it in PA. I'm not sure. We do have like just the regular 100 proof new Riff, and occasionally we'll have the single barrel proof picks. I think I've tried some of those other offerings before, didn't film it, but I was like, it's alright, you know, didn't feel the need to buy it, didn't feel the need to write home about it. But when a craft distillery starts putting some age on it and stating it, I'm a little more interested now, right? So 8 years is the oldest thing they've put out with an age statement on it. They are doing an 8-year rye, which I'm almost more interested in because rye ages faster. So 8 years would be even more interesting on a rye, but here it is on the bourbon. So let's look at the color. Medium in color. It's not, you know, could be darker, but they did water it down. You know, their barrel proofs are approaching 120, I think, somewhere in there. So they did water it down a little bit to get it down to 100. Am I mad about that? No, but you know, $68 hairs. $68 hairs nets us what, everybody? What does that net us? I'll wait. It nets us a Jack Daniels barrel proof bourbon, Tennessee whiskey, whatever you want to call it. So, you know, $68 for 100 proof 8-year. Now, I know the Jack Daniels is not age dated, but it's probably 6-ish years, and it's dang delicious. We know that. So, you got to take that into consideration. You think, well, 68 ain't so bad. It's not. It's not. And you're paying the craft tax because they're a craft distillery in a way. But it's not going to be the best value in bourbon, right? That's all I'm saying. All right, let's give it a nosing. Whoo, she smells pretty good. Pretty good. It's got like a little bit of a fruit pop on there. Wow, I really dig this nose, actually. Heavy caramel. And like a stone fruit. It's all the caramel stone fruit. There's even a little bit of oak peeking through, but that's not the star of the show. Wow, it's so pleasant. Just all these like peaches, apricots, if you will. And a heavy caramel. Kind of reminds me of like a Chattanooga bib, but like not without the maltiness, you know? So I kind of dig that aspect of it. But I don't think that would compare. They're only 4 years old. All right, let's take a sip. Ooh, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Exactly what we said on the nose comes through on the palate. I love when that happens. The 30% rye brings a good bit of baking spice on the end here. It's got a long finish. The mouth feels decent. It's not overly thick. It's not thin. Again, it's just a blast of caramel, some like white pepper. And then the stone fruit notes, apricot, peaches, you know, that kind of thing going on. It's pretty good. Bourbon Bill's rating, I'm going to give this a B. When you take into account the value, I would like to see this at like $50 hairs, but I know they're craft. I do dig it. I think if you pick it up, it doesn't have any youth notes, right? That's an A+. It's a good rendition of craft whiskey. I would like to see this, though, 8-year at barrel proof. That's what I'd like to see. Well, this is still very good. B+ rating from Bourbon Bill. Now, what else could you compare that to in the crafty realm world, if you will? Courtesy of our video, I'll link it above, from the other week, Jordan Vanderland, thank you, sir, again. This is the Ben Holiday 7-year bib. So I did a review of that, and you can watch it, but we'll compare for you tonight again. So this is 1 year younger from Ben Holiday in Missouri. Also 100 proof, but 7 years, you know. We'll put that here in the red. So would you go Ben Holiday 7-year bib or New Riff 8-year bib? Let's give the Ben Holiday a sniff here. Ben Holiday is a little lighter on the caramel. It's got like that same stone fruity thing, but it's a little bit lighter on the caramel notes. Yeah, I gotta give the nose to the new. The New Riff's got this deep caramel. Even, I mean, it smells older. I know it's weird. It's only 1 year, but it smells a little bit older. It's got a deeper caramel thing going on. A little more pronounced on the nose. Let's give the 7-year Ben Holiday bib a sip. Very good. I gave this like a B rating as well. I think it's a little bit cheaper actually, the Ben Holiday. I think there's only 60 doll hairs. Whatever. Oh, not even 10 different. That's not nearly as good as a New Riff 8. New Riff 8 has a longer finish, a richer palate, richer mouthfeel. The 30% rye in this I think really adds a lot of flavor and the baking spice to the end of it. Oh yeah. The New Riff 8-year is the winner between those two. But I wouldn't leave you there. Wilderness Trail 8-year high rye bourbon. Look the hell out. How are you, beauty? Now, you long know I've been a fan of Wilderness Trail. I'll link one of my videos I've done about them up there before. Now, Wilderness Trail does a high rye bourbon, which is what we have here. They do a wheated bourbon and they do a rye, okay? I've been a long proponent of Wilderness Trail. I think they're really killing it in the craft game. Although they got bought by Campari, so are they really craft anymore? They're edging out of the craft world, I guess you could say. Now, in 2024, okay, their distillate is now 10 years old at Wilderness Trail. So I'm pretty excited for that. Now, I've always been the caveat of you should get them in store picks, though, which mean the barrel strength versions. Not that the bibs aren't good, but I just think you should get them in the cask strength versions. And the store picks are getting older. These were phenomenal at 4 years old on the store pick version, right? They're now at 6, 7 years of the store picks. That's killer. They're killer. But the oldest one they released besides last year in 2023, they did a 10-year release. It was very limited, distillery only, very expensive. That was their oldest thing they've ever done. Beyond that, they did some of these 8 years. Okay, this was about $70 hairs a bottle. So a little more expensive, but it is Wilderness Trail. It is also 50% compute 100 proof, the same as the other two we've tried tonight. This one is 64% corn. So pretty close to the New Riff there. And 24% rye. So the rye is less. We're 6% less here on the rye, but the corn component's pretty close. Can't wait to crack into this bad boy. We're going to put it in the black here for the black label. Look at that. We do color matching on this channel even. Quick swirl. Are we excited? We are. We are. Let's give it a nosing. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. It's cinnamon. And like an earthiness with the caramel. Stone fruit's there, but they're dialed back. If we're going to compare it to the New Riff 8-year, the 8-year is much more caramel fruit sweet heavy. This is like caramel, but it's like an earthiness in its caramel. And the fruits are there, but they're just not as sweet. You know, this is more of a savory pour, whereas the New Riff's more sweet on the nose. Let's give the Wilderness Trail 8-year a sip. Oh man, is that good. Oh. There's so much going on. So much going on in this. So, Bourbon Bill's rating is an A for this one. I didn't go A+ because I want to see the 8-year cask strength. Come on, Wilderness Trail. Give us the highest age at cask strength. But this is phenomenal in the bib. Also has a long finish. Mouthfeel is about as thick as the New Riff, to be fair. But this has just like, there's like the stone fruit note. there's a caramel, there's an earthiness, there's a little bit of like leather tobacco thing going on. It's far more savory, sweet, intermingled, whereas the New Riff is all sweet. If you're all about fruit, caramel, sweetness bomb, the New Riff's going to win for you. If you're about complexity of flavors, where you got a little bit of tobacco, leather, a little bit of earthiness, a little bit of char going on, with some caramel and some fruits. But man, I dig this Wilderness Trail. All right, between these two, I'm going Wilderness Trail. Wilderness Trail is more complex. It's got more going on. The New Riff is sweeter. So if you like more traditional bourbon flavors and sweetness, go buy the New Riff. It's a great deal. But I think this is a better put together whiskey, this Wilderness Trail 8-year. Phenomenal job, boys over at Wilderness Trail and gals. I'm looking forward to anything high age from them and anything cask strength per usual. But if you find one of these 8 years with a little gold neck on top, definitely pick it up. So if you like what you saw tonight, please like, comment, and subscribe. And you can join our Patreon as well. Have a good evening, everybody.